Obviously, it's the January transfer window will go on. I don't know if we get through all 20 teams, but we're going to pick a player that you would sign for each Premier League team in January, okay? We've got the Prem table here, so we're just going to go chronologically. Starting off with your team, Liverpool. I'm going to pretty much hand over to you because you know better than me.
Okay.
Liverpool.
So, if I was to pick any one for us to sign, it's either going to be a defender or a defensive midfielder. I'm going to say, just off the top of my head, I would go João Palhinha from Fulham in defensive midfield.
That seems like quite like a Klopp signing,
That's
you know.
where I'd go. He's a bit old, 28, 29, but it's exactly what we need.
Jeez. Yeah, who even is your midfield now?
Well, right now, because Endo's
Endo's
in
gone.
the Asian Cup, McAllister in the 6, and then Jones and Soboslai. Well, Soboslai's injured, so Gravenberch and Jones. Yeah, all our players like injured and then gone on holiday.
Fair play that you top a league. Like, on paper, I don't like it, but right, Aston Villa. I was thinking this right a minute ago. Who do Aston Villa need? The attack, I like. You got Watkins, Diaby.
Yeah.
Who's on the left?
No, they play like a 4-4-2 almost, with like Watkins and Diaby up front, with like Bailey,
Alright.
someone.
Nice.
Like
Defence, you've got Konza, Diego Carlos, Pau Torres.
yeah, I think they start Pau Torres and Carlos, Matty Cash, Digne.
Yeah.
I would
It's
go.
quite a well-balanced... From that, because we couldn't really name the midfield.
Just a bit of depth, probably. Just like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like a Wilfried Zaha. Just like a...
Second in the league, Aston Villa. It's
Might
like
as
Wilfried Zaha. I'm going to say... Who did I sign in my career mode? Do you know what? Arsenal linked with him. Amadou Onana. Solid midfielder.
They've got a good midfield.
Who?
Douglas Luiz, Kamara, John McGinn. They're a good side.
They're very well
And
balanced.
they're well drilled as well. It's like...
I'm going to stick with Onana or like an attacking winger to kind of just give competition for like Bailey, Diaby, just someone like that. But yeah, he's very, on paper they're very good. City, like, 50 mil, anyone. Anyone around the 50 mil margin, Pep will make it work.
They might as well.
Who?
Where are they lacking?
De Bruyne's back. That's another thing, like, the only thing that they're lacking was that De Bruyne,
Yeah.
and now he's back. You got Bernardo, so the creativity's there, the strike force is there, the midfield, Rodri alone.
Just like...
They've just signed Vardiol.
Might as well just...
Sack it off for a year, just
yeah,
nothing.
Just sign Mbappe.
Yeah, no one for Man City.
Might as well.
Yeah, which is just, Arsenal, right? This week I've made it my mission to talk to Arsenal fans. Everyone has said striker, obviously. The two big opinions that I've got is from one person saying, in 3 games we've had 71 shots, scored 1 goal.
Ooh.
That's an issue. I also spoke to another Arsenal fan that started kicking off at me for saying that Gabriel Jesus maybe isn't the guy. And he said the only striker he'd take over Jesus was Mbappe.
Really?
Lunatic. For me, I don't think Ivan Toney's the guy for us for years, but I think right now it kind of makes sense. And he's coming back from the ban. You could maybe get him 10-20 mil cheaper than when he was playing, I don't know, in the summer. Ivan Toney, I wouldn't want to risk like 100 mil like an Osimhen or something right now. That's like a summer signing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I also don't think we've got the money to go out and do it, but...
No, I like the Tony signing.
I like it, but right, I might be a million miles off, right? Ivan Toney at Brentford, and I know the different position and everything, but just who would you say? How are they a different player by a million miles? Ivan Toney at Brentford, Trossard at Brighton.
Yeah.
I think they're both just good players at the club. I know Tony's a complete different style of player.
But it's like, it's not just about like stats and stuff, it's just the way they play. And
I've watched Tony week in, week out.
yeah,
at
but Trossard
Barnsley.
isn't getting 17, 18 Premier League. I think Tony got 17 Premier League goals last season.
Yeah. I'll give you it. I think the biggest thing about Tony as well is like, because he does bag goals, it takes the pressure off Saka and Martinelli, and even Odegaard, because last season it was so free flowing that like I don't know, Saka had like 12 goals, Martinelli had 12, Odegaard had like 10, Jesus might have had 8, and Keita had a few. Like it was coming from everywhere, even Xhaka.
Yeah.
Whereas this season, I think there's been so much more pressure on Saka and Martinelli, and I don't think either of them have been as good, which they're not going to be as good every single year, but like I think there's a lot of pressure on both of them right now. So if you just get a guy that is just going to bag you 10 goals till the end of the year, yeah, Ivan Toney will go with it. I don't think we can afford him.
No,
We'll go with
I
it,
keep
though.
seeing Arteta saying you've got like no money.
He's got no money. His job is to make the squad that he's got better. But like looking at this, 1 win in 5 games.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Right, not on form.
No, defence I'm happy. Left back is an issue though because Zinchenko's injured. Tomiyasu's at thingy.
Oh yeah.
So right now Kivior's playing left back. I saw Tini say that he's not coming back, so that's good. But, maybe a left back, maybe a striker, but I'm not really bothered about a midfielder right now. Tottenham. I don't think I watch enough football to be honest. They've got Werner, so I don't think
they've got
like
so many people missing. It's like you could pick a lot of different positions that they need to improve on right now. But it's like when people come back from injury.
unless I'm forgetting someone, you've got like Richarlison, Werner, Son, Maddison, then you got like Brennan Johnson, Kulusevski. So the attack I like. Midfield, you've got Bentancur,
Bissouma,
Bissouma.
Højbjerg.
There's an English bloke in there.
I'll skip.
Skip, that's the
He
one.
don't play very much.
So midfield looks alright. Then you got Romero, Van der Ven. He's
been injured.
Yeah.
And then Pedro Porro, and they've kind of been starting, but because they've got so many injuries, they've been starting like Ben Davies and Emerson at centre back.
It's not a bad team, is it? And then that keeper's done well, hasn't he?
He's been really good.
I'm going to go for Kayo Tomori. Purely because I know they've got a good defence, but like Van der Ven's injury, obviously I know it was like a big one, but you never know. Romero's suspended every 3 weeks. So I'm going to go for Kayo Tomori or some other. Ezri Konsa, I see that.
Yeah.
Konsa to Tottenham. I'm going to go with a centre-back just to challenge and offer the squad depth. West Ham, what are we saying? They're doing well to be sick. I didn't realise that.
They are doing well.
So you got
Just Jack Bowen's flying.
Bowen, Kudus.
Yeah,
Who's the striker?
Jack Bowen.
Oh, Z played up middle.
Antonio's injured.
Maybe an out-and-out striker. Let Bowen fly. But he's working,
Yeah,
isn't
he
it?
scored like 12 in the Premier season.
So have you got like Kudus, Bowen,
And then like
Ben Rama or something?
Yeah, I don't know. They kind of just play like a 4-5-1 almost with like, or like 4-4-1-1 with like Kudos behind.
Yeah.
I think.
Who's in the midfield? You got Suchek.
They
signed- who was it?
Paqueta.
They signed someone else. Edson Alvarez.
Yeah, he's been really good.
So that's kind of like the Rice replacement. Isn't it? So I was gonna say maybe someone for that, but no. Defence, you got.
I feel like West Ham could do with like
Still. Is it Areola in that now? Isn't it? Because it was between him and Fabianski for a long time. Maybe a defender again.
Yeah, like someone who's not like an Ezri Konsa, because he doesn't really start. I don't think at Villa.
No.
Someone on that. Someone who's not like a world beater, but
They're gonna improve on Zuma.
But I don't really know who that'll be. But.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ezri Konsa again. Then I like it. I also like see it happening for some reason. Brighton again. I just don't know who plays for these teams. Brighton. I'm getting nothing right now.
James Milner.
James Milner.
No, they've got like Milner, Mitoma, João Pedro's been unreal.
Yeah.
Billy Gilmore. They've got like Buonanete. Like Van Hecke or something at the centre back.
I got a young keeper because I signed him in career mode. I've got nothing. Man United, right? This is one I've been thinking about. I'm going to let you go first because I've got a proposal, right?
Proposal?
Yeah.
Man United, if they could... They need a lot, to be honest.
Yeah.
I can't really pick out
Who
one.
is the one man that you back?
What?
Because they're 8th right now.
What, for them to sign?
Who do you back them to come in and help them get, I don't know, Europa, Champions League?
Everyone they sign is just shit, though.
I've got the perfect signing in mind.
I am gonna go... I don't... Because they have so many weak areas. I think what they need is Onana from Everton.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Because I don't like McTominay.
Right, so for me, I think if you look at United in the past few years, look at the signings that have come in and worked, like Bruno, great, yeah. But a lot of them have been old. Casemiro's done a job. Varane's been alright. Ronaldo did well. Zlatan. They've all come in. And, like, I know you don't want an old player, but it's January. Like, you need whatever you can get. My suggestion for Manchester United in January, Lewandowski. Right? He's had a few years in Spain. He's 34 now. I think everyone involved would do it. Apart from Barca. But just look at it. Lewandowski. Come play in the Prem.
I don't think he would.
He's going to bag you some goals. I think that's who they need to push for. I know they're weak defensively, they're weak in the midfield, but if truly bang them some goals in, Robert Lewandowski, and then you got to look at, you had Ronaldo, you had the old striker to guide the players, and you got rid of him. And I get maybe some people say it's a mentality issue, but also to me, I think Ronaldo is the perfect guy right now. But Lewandowski.
I mean, I like it, but I don't see a world where he'd leave Barca to go to Man United.
It's fine. It's hypothetical. It doesn't matter. So that's my signing for Man United. Robert Lewandowski. Now Newcastle. I was speaking to a Newcastle fan yesterday. He said a big issue is the strike force, because Isak's injured again. Wilson's had like a long knee injury apparently. But who do you sign? Because you've got Isak.
Is he injured?
Apparently.
Well, because he scored 2 against Sunderland the other day.
Right. This is what my manager at work was saying. Oh, he might have been saying that he's injured all the time.
He does
I don't
get
know.
injured a lot, yeah. But like,
who's in their strike force? So you got Isak.
Gordon and Almiron. Almiron's been a bit shit though this season.
Yeah, maybe just like an attacker that can play in the field.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen, but Leandro Trossard, it's not going to happen at all, but he can play down the middle, he can play on the wing. That's the signing. We're talking hypothetical, so it doesn't matter.
They need a winger who can play on the right.
Yeah, we'll give it Trossard. That's who I'm signing for Newcastle. Have you got anyone else? Or?
No, I don't think so.
Nah, we're sticking with Trossard. Chelsea, no one. Like, it's not going to work.
No, they sign Osimhen. They're linked to him. They always are.
Just look at that. You got, like, Parma, Osimhen, Nkunku, like, Mudryk, Sterling.
Oh yeah, they've got a lot
On
of talented
paper,
players, but they're just shit.
Yeah, and that's what they were a Chelsea fan yesterday as well, and he was saying the biggest thing he don't like about their team is the midfield. Bear in mind they spent 300 mil on 2 players.
Like, the best midfielder is Conor Gallagher.
Yeah, and they're selling him. Apparently he's going in January and all. Yeah, right. Wolves, I know nothing. Honestly, about any of these teams, I don't think we could offer a great deal.
Yeah, that's fair.
The biggest one though, Brentford, keep hold of Tony.
Yeah, 'cause look at that form.
Yeah, lost 5 in a row. So he must have started alright then.
Yeah.
If they can keep hold of Tony, I could see him finishing around like 11th, 10th. Like, they got a game in hand, they win that, go up to 14th.
Yeah, they really do need to keep... I think Tony will stay.
I do. I think everyone's almost talking like, will he go to Arsenal, will he go to Tottenham?
I think he's happy to stay until the summer, unless Brentford got offered like 80 million or something then.
Exactly, I don't think it's that cut and dry. I think it's... He'd be happy to pick up his form for 6 months and then get the summer move, probably. And like, even for players, like, I'm not a professional footballer, but like, surely it's a lot easier to kind of move house and stuff in the summer.
Yeah.
Like, it was planning, whereas January, it's a month. And now, what's the date today? We're on to the 11th.
Yeah.
Like, imagine it gets a deadline day, and obviously you know a few days before roughly what's going on, but I don't know. Maybe he stays, and I think that's a big signing for him. Everton, do you think they'll go down?
No, I
don't think they will.
That bottom three will go down.
Look at that. Luton could go above Everton here. Saying that Everton have won 2 in a row. Yeah, Luton, Burnley,
It's
Sheffield
the other way
United.
around. They've lost 3 in a row, I think.
Is it?
I think.
Oh, maybe it's the complete opposite then.
Yeah, 'cause they lost to Man City, I think, in the last.
Luton look exciting though.
Yeah, Luton have been quite good recently.
I obviously love Carlton Morris. If I'm right, as a guy that doesn't watch Luton, my suggestion for Luton, sign a winger, because I don't watch them. I don't know anything about how they're playing really, but I know that Jacob Brown almost starts for them, and that is just that Jacob Brown. After watching him at Barnsley, for him to be starting for a Premier League team, no. So I don't care how his form is. I don't care stats, anything. You need someone to replace him. Keep Carlton Morris, but not Jacob Brown. Just have Ross Barkley, Carlton Morris, and a winger. That's all you need.
Jordan Henderson.
Jordan Henderson, have him, yeah.
Him and Ross Barkley at midfield. It's a partnership.
It would be nice.